center part of your face. It's gonna make your... That is a fire alarm. Hey everyone, so today I want to sit down and film a video sharing with you 5 makeup secrets or makeup hacks. I kind of hate that word. Makeup secrets that I feel like aren't so obvious that truly change the makeup game. Now some of these you might already know and do. Some of these are the not so obvious tips that I feel like I do every day without even thinking about, but I don't actually talk about them, and they're such a game changer. Super excited to share that this video is brought to you by Believe. There's a bunch of makeup and some makeup kind of skincare related things we're gonna chat about. Let's hop in to the very first tip. Okay, so first up is blush placement. First off, I just have to talk about blush and how much of a makeup game changer in general it is. I feel like a lot of people typically shy away from blush. They don't know how to use it. It's like, I'm putting all this foundation and concealer to cancel out any redness. Why would I put redness back in? A lot of people typically don't like blush, I find, which is so, it makes me so sad because blush is so good when used correctly. So I totally get it. I mean, I used to have very red acne and I was like, I'm not putting on red blush on my cheeks. That's just gonna highlight my acne. But no, that's not the case. I think once you find out the right tones and colors that work for you, and once you find the right formulas, like I typically tend to always get a cream blush. I just love the way that cream blush works on my skin and blends in. I just love the look of it. So once you kind of do all that and figure out what works for you, the actual secret that no one talks about is blush placement, putting it in the right spot. And it can go from dragging down your face and making your makeup look 10 times worse and, 25 years out of date, or it can actually sculpt your face and really add a lot of definition, which I feel like a lot of people don't think about blush as a sculpting product, but it really is. So let me explain. I feel like a lot of people typically say, smile, find the apples of your cheeks and apply it right on the apples. So like, I've got quite large cheeks and big cheeks. Is this a pretty smile? But if I'm doing that and putting blush there, number one, naturally, when you stop smiling, your blush drops and it's gonna be quite lower than you actually want it to be. Also, that's a very centralized, like, center part of your face. It's gonna make your... That is a fire alarm. Please. I think this is fire alarm testing. It's not actually a real fire alarm. Okay, I'll be back later. Pardon the interruption. We just had a little fire alarm test. Yay. Nice to know. They are in fact working. Back to blush placement. So I feel like that typical technique that people would share, it makes your face fall, and if anything, it actually can just look like you've got very flush cheeks and not the way that you want them to be. Like I find, I kind of deal with a bit of rosacea, and I find it can just look like I've made rosacea even... my patience right now. Anyways, as I was saying, I feel like that placement really just actually drags down the face. But again, it's all in the placement. So what you actually want to be doing is starting by putting the blush placement more actually on my, it's going to be different for every face, but on my face, it's on like more of the outer corners of my eyes. So I start by putting it there and I kind of sweep it up into my temples almost. So it's almost kind of where you would think to put your highlight, but instead of focusing the blush in a circular position right on the apples, it's creating more of an upward kind of rectangle, basically where you'd be putting your highlight. And I find that that actually aligns more with, the structure, the bone structure of a face, because that's how kind of cheekbones actually lay, and it just looks way more cohesive, and I find it way more flattering. So if you've been struggling to find out the best way to wear blush and you're like, it doesn't look good on me, it's just something's not right, I swear it's probably in the placement. So try this technique out. Try placing it much higher and much further back, almost kind of like, it was a style I feel like in like the 80s, very blown out shimmery blush that, really diffused upwards. But there's definitely something to that technique because it looks good on most people. What's actually harder to make look good on every face shape is the apple blush technique. That only looks flattering on very specific face types, and even so, I think the higher blush placement still looks better anyways. So definitely worth trying out. Let me know if you do it and let me know if you like it. I swear this one is an absolute game changer. Okay, the next makeup tip actually comes to makeup removal, because I don't think people realize how essential removing your makeup properly is to, one, not only obviously having healthy skin, but also the next day when you go to put on more makeup, how essential it is to have a very clean, no makeup residue base. So the next makeup tip is double cleansing will save your life. If you have never tried a double cleanse or a cleansing balm to remove your makeup, ooh, you are missing out. I don't care if you wear a full face of makeup in full beat or if you just do a little bit of powder and mascara. Cleansing balms are the most effective, gentle, and amazing way to remove your makeup. Now, I'm someone, obviously, I love makeup, I love wearing it, but I'm also very concerned, and it's always a top priority to have my skin in the best condition as well, and I'm a very big skincare fanatic as well. So please, gone are the days where you just use makeup wipes to get rid of your makeup. I'm not someone that's gonna shame you if you do use makeup wipes, but I'm saying there's better ways. There are way more effective ways that are way less harsh on your skin. Cleansing balms are just everything. I've been using cleansing oils and balms and really all of those types of products to be removing my makeup ever since I started wearing a full face of makeup. I feel like now it's something that's become a lot more popularized and talked about, but I'm like, what were we doing before people were using cleansing balms? Like, how does your makeup actually get off your skin? Now let me walk you through what cleansing balms are and why they are so effective. I have this one here actually from Belief. This is the Aqua Balm Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm. This one is incredible. Like I said, I am just passionate about cleansing balms in general, so I was super excited when I heard that Belief had one as well. This one's actually really nice because it has this kind of like amazing sherbet-like texture. It feels very balmy when you first scoop it out, and then what you want to do is massage it into your skin. It kind of melts down almost into like a cream formula. Then you massage it onto your skin, and I go to town when I put this on. I literally get this from my hairline to halfway down my neck. I'm massaging it in my lashes, scooping under the lashes, back towards the ears, making sure any bit of bronzer, face makeup, anything gets a bit of this cleansing balm, because I don't know if you guys know this, but oil breaks down oil the best, and majority of all makeup products are made of oil. So cleansing balms are actually going to break down the makeup the easiest and in the most gentle way, where you don't need to do tugging on your face or, you know, like harsh scrubbing of the eyes. Like that's not it. And we're all trying to be a bit more gentle with our skin and treat our skin better. So once you have the cleansing balm massaged onto your skin, you're feeling like a glazed Krispy Kreme donut. You're feeling shiny and you're feeling very moisturized. Then what you're gonna do is add a bit of water into your hands. I like to put a bit of warm water and kind of almost like make the product become a bit milky. And then you massage that into the oil that's already on your skin, and that starts to kind of lift and break down the product. Then after I rinse it all off as best as I can, I take a warm towel and just pat away any excess. And oh my goodness, guys, your makeup will be completely erased off your skin, no residue. But what's really nice too about a cleansing balm like this is that it leaves your skin feeling nice and supple. It doesn't feel stripped or tight or dry. It just feels nice and plump and really hydrated, which typically with any other makeup removal process, that is not the case. But with this one, it is. Now this Belief Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm, it actually contains their best-selling formula, the Aqua Balm. So you can definitely expect to see some great results with this one. And I actually just posted an entire video a few weeks ago kind of talking about the makeup removal process, because like I said, if you have any leftover mascara, like I'm someone that wears waterproof mascara every single day, this cleansing balm can actually break it down and remove it, as well as my foundation. It doesn't matter what type of makeup product it is, it just completely gently melts it off. So if you do want to see more of like a thorough breakdown of my makeup removal process and really just the proper techniques, I'll have that video linked up above. But yeah, this one has been a new addition into my life recently. I've been obsessed with it. And this one's really nice too, because I've used both cleansing oils and cleansing balms to remove my makeup. But the problem with cleansing oils is that they end up leaking and getting a bit messy. And I mean, obviously we're not traveling right now, but when I was traveling, I had an incident where my cleansing oil leaked all over my toiletries. So it is kind of nice having more of a balm formula and in a nice little jar like this. So that is an added bonus. Also, if you didn't know, this product is clean at Sephora, which means it doesn't have any mineral oil inside, no animal originated ingredients, no synthetic dyes, fragrances, none of that stuff. So you can actually feel good about using this and putting this all over your face. Now, another question I see all the time, especially whenever I talk about cleansing balms, is people will comment and be like, Jacqueline, but I have oily skin. I can't use this oily cleansing balm product. No, that is not the case. I used to have very oily skin, especially when I was younger and dealing with more acne. And secret, actually using more moisturizing and balmy products is actually a bit better to help balance out the over oil production in your skin. So I think you'll actually end up really liking the results. But the beauty of a product like this is, sure, when you're applying and breaking down the makeup, it does feel balmy. That's the point. But once you rinse it off with water, there's no oily residue left on your skin. So you don't have to worry about feeling like this grease ball, because that is not the case at all. It does just leave your skin nice and balanced, just good and healthy. That's the best way I can explain it. Something that makes this cleansing balm unique is that you actually don't need to go in with another cleanser after if you don't want to. This kind of is a makeup remover and cleanser all in one. But of course, if you do want to go with the cleanser after, that's totally up to you, but you don't need to, which is nice to know as well if you are someone who doesn't want to spend 15 minutes taking off their makeup at night. You want something that's just quick and effective and just good at its job, this one is definitely the way to go. So I hope even just one person out there who didn't know about cleansing balms is just enlightened and hopefully has re-examined how they remove their makeup, because I'm telling you, once you use it, it will be an absolute game changer. Now, when I used to work as a makeup artist, there was nothing more, I don't want to say frustrating, but it definitely was challenging when I was supposed to be doing makeup on people. You know, we only have 10 minutes in the chair, it's a bit of a rush, and people have, you know, a bit of leftover mascara, or I can see a bit of like product residue that they just clearly didn't take off well the night before. And that's not blaming any specific people, but it just goes to show that so many people are using ineffective makeup removing products. And with cleansing balms, it truly is so easy and you just don't have to worry. So if you are a makeup wearer, I'm telling you, cleansing balms are the way to go. You need it in your life. It will absolutely change the game for you. Okay, the next makeup tip that will definitely change the game for you is using eyeshadow as eyeliner. I feel like the top question that I get on my Instagram, on YouTube, people are always like, Jacqueline, how do you do your everyday winged liner? And it's really simple, actually. That's the biggest catch. What I always do is go in with more of a lighter, kind of medium, warm brown color and kind of map out where I want the eyeliner to go. And then I just kind of basically create a gradient from lightest to dark, with the darkest color being more at the root of the lashes. And I just kind of create this smoky kind of winged liner look, all just using eyeshadow. The beauty of using eyeshadow is that, one, it's way easier to clean up any mistakes. So it's even just a really good way to kind of get a bit of a stencil, so that way you make sure your wings are balanced. But what I also like about it is that it makes winged liner way more natural looking and just way more approachable. There's definitely a specific style of makeup that it makes sense to have a very contrasty kind of makeup, where you have a very light wash of color on the lid and then a very dark black, contrasty, thick, bold liner. That's definitely a specific look, but I like all of my makeup looks, especially on myself, to be a bit more soft and blended. And it's like, is she wearing a ton of makeup, or like what's happening here? It kind of looks natural, but she clearly is wearing eyeliner. Like, I love that whole kind of smoky liner without being too in your face. So I really just take the time to take little angled brushes. I have a little kind of flat top brush and I just kind of gently smoke it out. And then for the final layer, again, even tighter to my lash line, I do a very baby little winged with liquid liner, but it really is all the eyeshadow as the base that makes the eyeliner look so good. I don't know if I explained that in a really confusing way. I hope the demo and the insert shot kind of made it make sense. But again, if you're just someone that does a blacked wing liner and you don't even think twice about it, I challenge you to do a little bit of dark eyeshadow as a base first and see if it kind of adds a little something to the makeup. This is one of those tips that I feel like a lot of celebrity makeup artists do this on their client. And if you're always looking at these photos of people on red carpets or just living their life and you're like, how does their eye makeup just look better? It's one of those things that's a very subtle makeup technique, but it does just elevate the whole overall look. So try it out, report back. This is my go-to. I'm sharing all my secrets today. This is everything that I do literally on the daily. Okay, next up, if you are an OG viewer and you watch all my makeup videos, you will know this already because I feel like I rant about this in almost every single video. And this tip is to put eyeliner in your upper waterline. It's called tightlining. It is the most essential part of makeup. I feel like a makeup look is not complete without it. I honestly don't even really know how to explain it, and I don't want to even say that it's a makeup pet peeve because of course everyone can do their makeup the way they want to. But if I see, again, like an editorial photo that's blown up in a magazine or this amazing makeup look, and then I see this like, you know, flesh tone line that doesn't have any makeup on that kind of draws attention to wearing false lashes or gaps in the lashes, I just find it so distracting. So I've always made it a personal rule whenever I do anyone else's makeup or if I'm doing my own, just do the upper waterline. It's a game changer. So I like to either use a matte kind of chocolatey brown color, a black if I'm doing more of an intense look. And it doesn't really, I don't know how to really explain this in a way that will hype it up enough in the sense that you need to try this technique out because I think it is so essential. But also in the same sense, it is such a subtle change. Again, where you're like, I don't know what just got better about the makeup, but now it's better. So basically what I'm talking about, if you don't know, is if you kind of lift up your lashes, you see like the little flap of skin that basically is touching your eyeball. That's called the waterline. This is a very non-technical explanation. I also do want to point that out. So I basically just put a bit of pressure on the crease and that kind of exposes and lifts the lashes, or you can just kind of lift the lashes up. And that little bit of waterline is going to be exposed at a different angle and degree for, you know, each and every person depending on your eye shape. But especially I find if you have a thick pair of false lashes on top and then you have, your real lashes with mascara, it can be kind of jarring when you see like these gaps of not filled in area on the eye. And especially if you do have a winged liner on, it just kind of breaks up the shape a bit. So always what I like to do is just take either a gel liner or a long wear pencil liner, just put a bit of that color in there, and it instantly just brings the eye look together. It makes your eyelashes look 10 times fuller. I'm someone who is not naturally blessed in the eyelash department. My eyelashes are very short and they're not very full. They're kind of downturned. I find using this tight lining techniques makes my lashes look 10 times better, which is saying a lot. So especially if you are someone that likes to do wing liner or wear layers of false lashes, or again, don't have the best lashes naturally, try out this technique. I think it will make the eye look just that much more cohesive and make it pop that much more. So if you try it out, let me know what you think. I am just obsessed with this technique and I do it every single time I do my makeup. Okay, last but not least, this is contouring your lips. I swear by this, and I feel like I get quite a few questions, even from people in my real life, or you guys just DMing me on Instagram. People will be like, oh, have you gotten your lips done? Have something changed? And 9 times out of 10, it'll be the days that I've contoured my lips that people will say that. So there definitely is, I would say a general consensus crowd reviews that this does look fairly realistic and definitely adds a little punch. So basically what I do is I take a gray based contour color, and again, a contour shouldn't have any shimmer. It should be a bit cooler toned. It's not the exact same thing as a bronzer. A bronzer could work in a pinch, but I would definitely recommend you using a contour. You'll see the full effect. So what I like to do on myself, and again, this will vary depending on your face shape and your lips, I personally like to focus the majority of the contour on my bottom lip. I naturally have a fuller bottom lip anyway, so I like to accentuate the pout. So I basically take a fine, thin little eyeshadow brush, and I just kind of create this dark line and this dark shadow under my lip. I always start toward the more central, fullest part, and I diffuse that out to the corners. And I'm not necessarily trying to change the shape or anything. I'm just adding a bit more depth. And like we all know about shadows, highlighting, contour, you're just creating more definition. So the darker and deeper, that means the more curvature it's gonna appear to have, and the lip is gonna appear fuller. It's one of those things that, again, when I instantly do it, you see the difference happen right in front of your eyes, and it kind of blows my mind every single time how you can get that effect with makeup in 2 seconds. Now, you also can contour the upper lip. Personally, on myself, I find I can look like I have a mustache. You wanna be careful. If you're using more of a gray-based brown product, I find it can look like a mustache on me if I don't do it properly. So I like to be very technical and precise with it. I'll take a very fine angled brush and just kind of add a bit of volume on kind of the outer upper cupid's bow part of my lip, if that makes any sense, and just draw a very thin shadow and blend it out quite a bit. Again, I would tell you to do this part with caution and maybe play around with it a few times before you actually, maybe wear it out or have a big event to go to. But it definitely is a very effective technique. And like I said, the areas that I contour might not be the same for you. If you want to create the illusion of a wider mouth, then you might focus more of the shadows towards the corners of your mouth. If you're looking for more volume and more height on your lips, then that's where you're going to want to put the shadows at the top and the bottom. So it's something that you can play around with. And I think it's so fun, the fact that makeup and just creating shadows can truly change the appearance of your lips or parts of your faces. But yeah, I feel like everyone talks about contour in terms of cheekbones and, cutting out your jawline, things like that. But I don't hear a lot of people talk about it in terms of contouring your lips. And I think it is one of the most underrated beauty hacks of all time. And again, something I swear by and do almost every single time I do my makeup. So that is it. My secrets are out there. I'm gonna be unemployable now as a makeup artist because you will all be able to recreate it now at home. But no, I always like to say, I feel like any makeup secrets should never be secrets. The more the merrier. I want everyone to learn these hacks and elevate their makeup game. And it's just so fun to play around and experiment with new products. So leave me a comment down below. I always like learning other people's tips and tricks too. So if you think you have an amazing, no one talks about this makeup hack, let me know, because I want to be better. I want to know all the secrets. If you did enjoy today's video, make sure you hit subscribe, like, comment, follow, do all the things. You all know what's up, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.